Welcome back, students. This lecture is prepared for heat transfer subject and unit number 3, that is known as the radiation. So in this videos we have already discussed how to calculate the emissive power or heat transfer by radiation through the pipe. So in previous lecture we have already discussed this problem. The next point is how to calculate the exchange of energy between two plates or two planes of different emissivity. So if we look at this figure, there are two planes. So these two planes is nothing but we can say the two parallel plates or two planes of different emissivity. So surface 1 is, we can say, as a one plane, and surface 2 is, we can say, the another plane or plate. So these are the non-black bodies. These two plates are non-black bodies situated in a fairly close proximity, means it is nearly close to each other. Part of energy emitted by one body will be reflected back to its second body and will then partly reabsorb and partly reflected again. Thus, the heat exchange undergoes a series of internal reflection and absorption. So here, suppose this plate or surface is having higher temperature. Okay, so T1 may be higher. We can say suppose 500 Kelvin. And suppose this plate or plane or surface is having temperature, we can say 300 Kelvin. So the heat is transferred from this surface to this surface. So when the heat is transferred from this surface to this surface, it will absorb, partly reflected. So this part is absorbed, this part is reflected. And again, because these two plates or planes are situated near to each other, so again it will absorb some part and again reflected. And from this part, again some part is absorbed and some part will reflected. So in this way, this heat exchange or this heat undergoes a series of internal reflection and absorption. Okay. So this figure is called heat exchange between two parallel plates or planes. So how to calculate the exchange energy through these plates or surfaces? So we will use this formula, Q by A 1 2. So this is not 12, from one surface to another. So 1 2 is equal to sigma F12. So F12 is nothing but the overall interchange factor, and this factor is the function of E1 and E2. E1 means emissivity of, suppose, this surface, and E2 is the emissivity of this surface. Okay. So you have to add this overall interchange factor, and then again you have to use that T1 to the power minus 4 minus T2 to the power 4, this formula. Okay. And here the F12, how we can calculate overall interchange factor. So this is the formula, 1 upon 1 divided by 1 by E1. E1 is nothing but the emissivity of first surface or this surface, and E2, 1 upon E2 plus 1 upon E2 is nothing but this surface, emissivity of this surface, and minus 1. And T1, we already know that T1 is the temperature of this surface and T2 is the temperature of this surface. So you have to simply put the values of E1, E2 temperature, and we have already know the value of sigma. Then we can calculate the exchange of energy between two plates or two parallel planes of having different value of emissivity. Okay. So we will see how to solve this type of a problem. So suppose this is the example. Calculate the net radiant interchange per square meter of very large planes at temperature 703 Kelvin and 513 Kelvin respectively. Assume that the emissivity of hot and cold planes are 0.85 and 0.75 respectively. So we are having two parallel planes, so like this. Okay, and the temperature of, suppose this is T1, suppose we assume this T1 is higher, that is 703 Kelvin temperature, and suppose this surface, second surface is T2, is having 513 Kelvin. Okay, and emissivity of hot plane, so we have already assumed this is the hot plane, which is equal to temperature 703. It is having emissivity 0.85, and the cold plane, so this plane we assume that this is the cold plane, which is having temperature 513 Kelvin. So it is having the emissivity is equal to 0.75. So for this situation, we have to calculate the net radiant interchange energy, or we can say radiant energy per square meter. Okay, for very large plane. So this length of this plane is not given in this problem. Okay, so sometimes in some problem it may be given. So at that time you have to calculate the area. But in this problem the length is not given. Only mention it is a large planes. So you have to use this formula, previous formula, this formula. Okay, so here this F12 is already included in this formula, because F12 is nothing but overall interchange factor 1 upon this. So this is already included in this formula. Then this formula is become as Q by A R, so R is stand for radiation, is equal to sigma into T1 to the power 4 minus T2 to the power 4 divided by 1 upon E1 plus 1 upon E2 minus 1. Okay, so here T1 is the hot plane temperature, which is equal to 703 Kelvin. T2 is the cold plane temperature, which is equal to 513 Kelvin. E1, that means emissivity of hot plane, is equal to 0.85, and E2 is equal to 0.75. And we are having already the value of sigma, that is Stefan-Boltzmann constant, which is equal to 5.67 into 10 to the power minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin to the power 4. So put all these value in this equation and calculate the value of Q by A radiation. So we get this value, which is equal to 6571 watt per meter square. So this is the answer which may be calculated from by using this type of a equation. Then we will discuss the another formula, exchange between sphere or cylinder enclosures. So what is meaning of this? Sphere or cylinder enclosures means we are using same formula to calculate the enclosure exchange. So what is meant by enclosure? Sphere enclosure means sphere which is having another sphere in that. So that is called sphere enclosure. And cylinder enclosure means cylinder is having another cylinder. So here I have shown that figure. So this cylinder, this is the internal cylinder, and this is enclosed by another cylinder. Or we can say the steam pipe is the example of cylinder enclosure. Okay, and sometimes sphere is enclosed by another sphere. So this, if we look at this figure, there is a sphere and this sphere is again enclosed by another sphere. Okay. So these cases we can use this formula. So what is that formula? The formula is shown as here is the Q. Q is equal to sigma A1. So what is mean by A1? Area of inner cylinder or sphere. So this is A1 divided by 1 upon E1. That means emissivity of the inner cylinder or sphere plus A1 by A2. So A2 is nothing but the area, outer area of the cylinder or sphere, and 1 into bracket multiply by 1 upon E2. E2 is nothing but the emissivity of outer sphere or outer cylinder minus 1, and multiply by this value by temperature. That means T1 to the power 4. That means this is the internal temperature of the sphere or cylinder minus T2 to the power 4. That means outer temperature of the cylinder or sphere. So for cylinder or sphere we can use this formula, but just we have to change the value of areas. Okay. So if we use this formula for sphere, you have to just change the area of the sphere, that is this sphere A1 and A2. If we use this formula for cylindrical enclosures, then you have to just change the formula of A1 and A2. Okay, so you have to just take the diameters and do all the calculations in this case. So in this way we can calculate what is the value of Q for sphere or cylinder with spherical or cylindrical enclosures. That means we are having sphere and this is enclosed by another sphere, or cylinder, this cylinder is enclosed by another cylinder. Okay. So this type of a problem we will discuss in a next lecture. Thank you.